Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'm Indira. I'm the founder of the practice of connecting, where you get to connect to yourself for guidance and answers to the life that you want. And so in today's video, we're going to talk about how to open your heart and trust yourself to discover the joy in your relationships. Yeah, we're going to talk about relationships and how, as human beings, it's very difficult to keep our heart open and to trust that we are loved, that we are truly honored in our relationships, because that is when we discover and can live in the joy that we get from our relationships. So let's talk a little bit about this. So in my practice of connecting, what you discover is that from your mind, you are not organized to live the life that you want. And included in that is to have an experience, the real joy of your relationships. Now think about this for a moment. Whether you're a parent, whether you're a partner, husband or wife or partner, whether you're at work, at any given moment, you could think of one relationship where you are not in the experience of the joy of that relationship. You know, one of the things that truly surprised me is when I even found that people unblocked each other. They unblocked their friends, or they don't want to talk to someone. You know, I have heard people say, if someone doesn't bring you good energy, just take them out of your life. Well, you know what? In the practice of connecting, that's not how you live. From yourself, that is not what happens. Now, I happen to believe that because the only place that we have to be in our relationships is our mind, that we are really left with a feeling of being alone, of being removed, of not experiencing that we are loved, of not experiencing that there is joy in our relationships. And so that is why, for me, this new practice is so powerful, because it changes the way we live our life. So how to open your heart and trust yourself? So the first step is to recognize that you have shut your heart down from that person. You have to recognize that it's not them, it's you. Because when you take your heart away, they cannot be available to you for any joy. And that is the number one awareness or step, to recognize. When you think that it is the other person, you have to recognize that that is your mind. Because from yourself, it is your journey to open up your heart, even when you feel and have this experience that you're hurt, that somebody didn't get you, that they don't understand you, that they said something that hurt you. And when you are thinking that, it is the first step in starting to recognize that you have shut your heart off from the person. And I won't only talk about that one specific tip in this video, because that's a huge tip. See, for the most part, we don't even recognize that we've taken our heart away. And why we don't recognize that we've taken our heart away, it's because we think it's them. From our mind, they did do something to us. But you see, from trusting yourself, it's a new opening to open your heart and to express yourself. Now, here's the key in expressing ourselves. In expressing ourselves, remember, we have recognized that it's not them, that it's us, that we have shut our heart down. And then how we express ourselves is we share that. We say, look, I took my heart away. I feel hurt. I feel upset. I feel like I did all of this, I gave you so much and you don't appreciate it. We have to learn how to express ourselves to the people that we care about and love. And what happens from our mind is that we just feel hurt and upset and we shut it off. We move away, we move on, but guess what? We'll find someone else that's going to make us feel that same way. And then what do? We shut them off too. That is not what it is to have joy in our relationships. Having joy in our relationship is to know that you are the source of that relationship, that how that relationship goes is a function of you. The moment that you recognize that, let's say you only take that one thing from this video, that how the relationship goes is up to you. And I don't mean up to you like you have to make it okay, just to be clear. I mean that to recognize that you have shut your heart down. That when you can start to see that in your relationships, you can be the source of having amazing relationships. You can be the source of knowing that you can open your heart and love people even when you feel hurt or upset. And guys, that is what's very powerful about connecting and trusting ourselves. Because when we trust ourselves, we will step into our relationship, not remove ourselves from our relationship. Keep this in mind. The mind removes us from our relationships, and our self opens our heart and brings us to our relationships. So listen, if this is something that intrigues you, check out my membership where you get to discover and learn how to live this way. As you can see, it's not easy, right? Because the mind will always tell us how to feel. But there is another pathway, and it is possible to open your heart and experience the joy in your relationships.